10 records of each component here. 10 records of consumer, 10 records of consumer, 10 records of home office, and whatever it is. So for that, what I'll do is I'll add segment here. So any guesses? What I did is I grouped it based on segments and let's assume we have 3 segments in total in this column. Any guess how many records we'll get in the output?
30.
Yep, exactly. So let me run it and let's see how many records we got. Yep, we got 30 records. The concept here is 10 records for consumer, 10 records for corporate, and 10 records for home office. Say I want to get the last 10 records of each group segment and I'll run it. I'll get the same records but from last 10. I want to get one of every 9,000, right? So I'll pick 900. One of every 900. So I got one record out of every 900 records of consumer. One record. So you can observe here, one is between 1 and 900. 1660 is between 900 and 1800. 3431 is between 1800 and 3600. 3700, sorry, and so on. And these all are for segment consumer. Next is our other segment, corporate. And next chance is like 1 in n chances to include each row. 1 in 484. So all these are used for sampling the data, and we can also pick first n% of the data. I need first 5% of the data for each segment. So I got 500 records in total. I have 5% of total consumers segment and so on. So this sample tool is used to get the samples of from each record. This was one of the question which one guy in our Alteryx community asked for. So yeah, any doubts in the sample tool? Kishore, why is the sample tool used? Any idea?
Actually, in order to analyze the distribution of the data or kind of data,
Yep,
yep, in a large data set. Yep.
exactly. That's absolutely correct. And now let's go with summarize tool. So what do you mean by summarize, Kishore?
Uh, Summarize is like giving the complete view of the data set, like the max, min, median, and the largest value and smallest value in the
Exactly.
percentage.
You're perfect, man. You know Alteryx previously or what?
No, actually, I'm working professional in, but it's not. I'm working on a different tool like Data IQ.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah,
tools may be different, you know. That's
yeah,
where our previous answer would be. Yes, someone said that I have only 1 year of experience. How does it look on my resume if I keep only? I have 10 years of experience into visualization, and how does it look in my resume if I put 1.5 years of experience into Alteryx? It's not the point of tools. It's the point of how you analyze data.
yeah, yeah.
That's more important than any particular having knowledge in any particular tool. New tool comes today and tomorrow, but the concepts what you learn always remains the same.
Always remains the same. Yeah, that's it.
So summarize tool, whatever we have is we can do all kind of stuff here, pivoting, sum, count null, distinct, everything. In finance we have NPV, IRR, modified IRR, modifier IRR with dates. So everything we have it. You name it and you have it. For strings, so let me take a string data here. Ship mode. For strings we have count blank, count not. You name it and we have it. So for spatial we have combine, create. These all components we have it. For reporting reports also we have horizontal combine and vertical combine. These are used for reporting tools. Of course, for reporting tools, I don't prefer using summarize tools. Rather, I would go with कहाँ गया ये? So I would go with visual layout. Visual layout. There's something called visual layout, which I would always go with when I'm using visualization tools. Like when I'm using reporting tools, I would always go with visual layout rather than layout and summarize. So it can do all kind of stuff. Suppose I want to get the unique count of unique segments. So what I will do is I'll group it segments. I'll group count and I'll run it. Now I got it. Like for consumer, I have 5191 records. For corporate, I have 3000 records. For home office, I have 1700 records. What is it called in Excel? Is it called pivoting? So whatever pivoting we have, we can do it using summarize tools and some other tools like cross tab and transpose. Those are completely different concepts, but yeah. And next, so any doubts in summarize tool capability? So in this session, we are just going on a very, very, very high level, just for the sake that you shouldn't be in a position. You should be in a position to complete the micro certification. Only at that level we are going at this point. So any doubts till this point? Rupesh, Kishore? Okay, I'll take it as a no. Then let's go with formula tool. Kishore, what do you think formula tool does?
Formula tool.
Excel.
Is it,
What does formulas in Excel do?
yep. In order to do particular calculations like count if.
That's it.
Uh, yeah.
That's it. That's what formula tool does here as well. So it performs specific calculations. So suppose I want to add a new column with what should I add? First two characters, or else I'll say length, length of particular ID, which is customer name. Customer name. So and select. I didn't add the name here. Length customer name. So it created a new column where it gave me the length of customer names. So you name it and we have it. All formulas. We have all these formulas available here. We have length, suggested formulas, conditional formulas, if statement, switch and if are basically the same with but with a bit different syntax and some minor change in functionality. We have date functions, and the best part is right. You don't need to Google for all the formulas here. If you hover over the particular formula, you will get what does that formula do and what is its functionality. See, trim. What does trim do? Removes the characters in the string y from the end of the strings, uppercase. Converts a string to uppercase. That's it. We have file formulas, file repository, extract. We have finance formulas. Uh, I hardly used very few of these finance formulas, but these are available to say. We have in math, we have all the formulas. So mostly here, right, we'll be using if statements and date functions. Date functions are very, very important. And these all are also very important. I mean, we need to remember what function does what character does what. Like plus does addition in Excel, the same way it does it here. And equal to, where is it? Not equal to, yeah, this not equal to. In Excel, we might have something called some other syntax, but here to represent something is not equal to this, then we need to use this particular syntax. So we have spatial formulas. We hardly use spatial formulas here. If I want to use some spatial analysis, I will always go with spatial tools rather than going with these formulas. And for string also we have multiple functions. So the functionality of the main formula tool is whatever functions and formulas we have in Excel, we can create it. We can either, here I created a new column here. Suppose I want to do it in, instead of customer name, I want to add, get the count of customers. So I changed that new column to customer name. So instead of here, what I got is, instead of customer name, I got the count of length of customers, like length of customer name. In formula tool, either you can create a new column or you can alter an existing columns functionality and type. And the main important part is, if you are creating a column, you can define what the data type of the column can be. But if you're altering an additional existing column, you can't alter the data type. So here it is blank, right? Because we are trying to alter an existing column. And if I add a column here, I am able to change the data type. I am able to change the data type. That's the difference between creating a new column and altering an existing column. This will have in our micro certification examination. So yeah, any doubts till this point, Kishore? Okay, I'll take it as a no.
SK,
Yes, yes, yes.
SK, we won't be able to alter the existing column, data type of the existing column.
No, we can't alter the existing data type of the existing column using formula tool. We can
Using form.
do that using,
Okay, select.
we can do that using select tool. But
Okay,
if you are trying to append something data in it, so we can't change it using formula tool.
formula tool. Okay, got it. Yeah.
And next, let's go to filter tool.
You missed some things.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I missed. Yeah, I'm not
Using
going.
the formula tool, yes, you can add new formula. That one.
Yep, we can add new columns. That's what I did here, I think.
Mm.
Here it is. We can add new columns and we can change the data types of the new columns, whatever we need. Did I miss anything more? I'm missing the name. Sakar?
The options, the configuration option, FXX,
Yeah, yeah,
folder
yeah.
option,
FX. Yes,
this
these are
one.
not required. Yes, got it. These at this point, right? These are not required for our micro
In
certification.
for
That's the
my
reason
question,
I'm not.
don't think.
Yeah, I'm not going because we have just 1 hour more to complete our certification as well as these things. So I'm going a bit fast here.
Then
So
skip it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to skip. Like let know whatever is needed for micro certification only. So next is our filter tools. Let's go to our filter tool here. Let's bring a filter tool. So here, Kishore, what do you understand by a filter tool from your layman's terms? So Alteryx is completely different. Same, you just need to keep your logics. That's it. Nothing more than that. If you are capable enough to bring your logics in Alteryx, that's more than enough. So Kishore, what do you understand by filter tool?
Filter tool is like filtering the required data that we need from our tables.
Yep,
Uh,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So what I'll do is customer segment. Okay, I'll say I want uh, vendors, furniture. Okay, I want furniture from category. I want to see only the data in related to furniture. Category, category, furniture. So I got all the records where the category is furniture. I had 9,000 records. Now I am having in true anchor 2,000, in false anchor 7,000. What does this false anchor represent? Kishore, from your understanding.
The true anchor is tells about the data that is required by us, and the false anchor is remaining data that we don't need after the filtering.
Exactly, exactly. Perfect. True anchor in true anchor, the data, whatever condition did put here, if it satisfies the condition, all the data will come into true anchor. If that doesn't satisfy the conditions, whatever we did put here, that will go into false anchors. That is one thing. We have another piece, custom filters. Here we can add our own formulas. We can write multiple combination of multiple filters. So I want cus- charging me. Okay, I want category equals furniture and and subcategory equals
No need to use
furniture.
the first bracket.
For here, okay. No, let me do that. This how I suggest students to do it, but it's on you if you want to put it or not. It's completely on your discretion. Equals control V furnishing. So this will okay. This might not need it, but if we are using and or condition, at that point we might need it. Need the bracketing. So here I got 954 second, 957 records with category furniture and subcategory furnishing. And suppose I want here I want furnishing as well as bookcase. So now what I can do is I can put a bracket here or category subcategory equals. So now I got both subcategory is called furnishing or subcategory equals bookcase, but category should always be furnishing furniture. Based on our logics, we can put whatever we need. As simple as that. Kishore, why did I put these brackets here? Any idea?
It's like the order. In order to determine the order, first you need to filter the categories, and then it has to move to the subcategory. That's why we are putting the. And
Exactly.
in order to for better understanding, if someone is going into look into a data flow, it would be of easy understanding. That's why you're using the.
Not about easy understanding, but I would say
It should
the
be
first
used
reason
for
what you said is
order
somewhat
of
good.
execution.
Exactly, order of execution. That's it. For understanding, no, I don't think for understanding they'll go here. If you want for a better presentation, you can add your comments here. Whatever you want, you can add those comments here. You
Got it.
can
Yeah,
say,
yeah, got it.
yeah, we can say filtering out for this and that. Filter for whatever you want, you can add it, and that will be shown in the comments here.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Next, let's go to data cleansing. This will be 1 second. Text to columns. Uh, Whoa. Okay, let's go to data cleansing. So for data cleansing, let me it says something, man. What's it? It says data is not okay. Wow, why is it? And even if I look at this data and let me put a data type a string, I need to clean this data here. So what tool I can use here is data cleansing. As the name rightfully says, it cleanses the data. So I'll drag and drop this data tool here, and I'll select all these columns. I'll say replace with blank. If you find any nulls in string fields, replace it with blanks. If you find any zeros, if you find any nulls in number format, replace it with zeros. Also remove leading and trailing spaces. I'm selecting whatever columns. So let me do one thing. Let me first cleanse the data for first piece, test. So in test, I have multiple issues. One is first letter is not capital. I have leading and trailing spaces. I have nulls here. So I'll select this, and as the data type is string, I'll unselect it, and I'll say these values are to be changed at every point. So let me run it now. After running, null values got replaced with blanks, leading and trailing spaces got removed. But that's not enough for me. I want to highlight it in like first letter should always be capital for me. So what I can do is I can say modify case, and I'll say title case. And I'll run it again. First character in this word got converted to title case. Is it clear till this point, Kishore?
Yes, yes, yeah, got it.
Okay. Now let me take another summarize tool for another data cleansing tool for other example. What happened here is My accountant made a mistake. So what he did is, this column was supposed to contain all the numbers, not the text. Somehow he added text here. So for that, what I can do is, I'll just bring a summarize tool. I'll select the column which I need. I want to change the column 1, and this I want to change it to blank, and then I want to remove unwanted characters. This specific field is to remove unwanted characters. I want to remove all letters from this column. So I'll just say remove all letters. I'll run it and see the magic. This was our input. This is what the output we got. We can also remove punctuations here.
Yes, yeah, a small doubt.
Mhm.
So the test column has blank spaces, right?
Yep,
And the next column, the column one is having letters. So can we
yep,
do it simultaneously in with the same
yep.
data cleansing? Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
can do that. So for that, so no, no, no. If you are trying willing to remove any letters from the, so whatever fields you select here. Okay, let me show you that example. See what will happen.
okay, get it. Yeah.
What did happen?
So for each and every column, I need to have a data cleansing.
No, no, no. That's also not a case. So mm, letters. I said remove letters. Okay, I'll unselect it. Yeah, there's the thing. If you're using any of these, any of these four, one and two, that's fine. If you're using any of these rest four, then you might think of adding additional, what do you say, like additional data cleansing tool here.
okay,
So suppose I want to remove all the punctuations from here, but I don't want to remove punctuation from this particular column. I only
okay,
want to remove punctuation from this column. So what I'll do is, I'll select this and I'll remove punctuations, and I'll say run.
okay, get it. Yeah. So it
That's how
depends
it is.
upon yeah,
Our requirements.
yeah, got it.
Okay. Next is, there are many functionalities of this data cleansing tool, like remove null data, remove null columns. They are not required in micro situations, so I'm skipping it for the time being. So next is data cleansing text to column tool. We are running late on time, man. Shit. So uh, let me see. Yeah, this one's good example already. And again, all this I am telling you only on high level. In my sessions, we'll be covering it in a much, much, much more detailed manner. So, what does text to columns do? Any idea, Kishore, from your understanding?
No idea about this one.
Okay. So, what does a text to column represent is? Suppose
It's
this
like
is the text.
concatenating. It's
Yeah.
like concatenating the fields. If you have a particular sentence like "I am here," we can split it up
Mhm.
into each and every column. I in a particular column, am in another column. Like
That's it.
splitting it up. Yeah.
That's it. That's what text to column does. And you say you don't know about
Splitting a
Alteryx.
column into multiple columns based on a delimiter. Just simply.
Exactly.
Yeah. Using delimiters also, we can separate up each and every columns. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what you said here, right? Like you can split a particular column into multiple columns based on specific delimiter. So now I want to split this particular order ID to CA 2016 and the ID here to three different columns. So what I'll do is, I'll select the order ID and I'll say delimiter is this, split into three columns, leave extra columns there, and I'll say new order ID 123. So it creates multiple columns at the end. New order ID 1, new order ID 2, new order ID 3. The delimiter here, what we used is dash. This got converted to these three individual records. We can also split it into rows, and that is not required at this point. So on a high level, I'm telling you, like we can split, you can use text to columns tool to split a particular column into multiple columns or multiple rows. So let me do that here as well. Yeah. Now look at the input. We have 500 records, and the output will have 1500 records. So new column will be created. Sorry, the same existing column will be split into three different columns: CA 2016 ID, CA year ID. It gets split to different column rows. Is also one functionality. In that functionality, we have multiple options here, but we are gonna skip that for the time being. So next is joins unions. Oh, Kishore, you know SQL, right?
Yes, yes.
What do you mean by joins?
Joins is like combining two tables with a common key, primary key. So uh, it's like a joining two levels like left join.
Yep,
Left join or inner join, you will be using left join or inner join, what kind of joins we are going to use. And that union is like it's like joining, attaching two tables together.
yep,
That's what you have to do. Yeah, appending. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. As simple as that. So what I'll do is, let me bring some data from here. I don't want all these fields. I need order ID, order date, customer name, customer ID, and profit sales. Region. Do I have region here? Event class. Ship mode, second class. Okay, ship mode second class and uh, ship mode group by run. Ship mode run. Now let me get this data. Ignore for 1 to 2 minutes. I'm just preparing the data for our joins. All data with headers. So this is my original data, and In the data, what I need is I need which country this particular order ID is from, and I have another table where based on ship mode I can decide which country it is. So if in this table, if the ship mode is second class, then the country should be USA. So for that, what I'll do is I'll just get a join tool. And what do you think the primary and secondary key should be, Kishore? What is primary key and what is secondary key?
Um, Primary key is there can be only one primary key for a particular table,
Hmm.
whereas secondary key there can be multiple secondary keys for a given table.
Yep.
So, and in terms of
This
so
concept always applies to any data tools what you use. That's the reason I say don't concentrate on like don't concentrate on tool specific. Concentrate on concept of learning. So here our primary key is our secondary key, and this is our primary key because we have unique values here and we have multiple values for the same here, and this is called as join tool. In join tool, what can we do? We can rearrange the columns, we can like we can unselect the columns, we can rename the columns, rearrange, unselect, rename. These three concepts can be done in join tool. So now let me do one thing. This is inner join. What inner join does is gives us the combined columns which are available in left table and right table. This is left join. Based on a table, this gives us the records which are available only in left table but not available in right table. This is right table, right join. This gives us the records which are only available in right table but not available in left table. Are we clear? Kishore, are we clear?
yep.
Okay. We have another tool called union tool. What union does is join brings the data, brings additional columns. Union appends the data. Append in the sense, uh, if there are 10 records here, and in table 2 we have 3 records, the total output of union would be
But one of the things about unit is it needs to have the same type of columns, right, and data type.
exactly same kind of column and data type. Data type doesn't matter here, union, by the way. Column name
Okay.
matters.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah.
And another piece here is we have three options: configure based on column name, configure based on position, configure based on manually. Manually in the sense we can set this right and left wherever we want, right and left wherever we want. Based on position in the sense numbers. One this is position one, this is position two, three, four. Name in the sense exact name should match. So the output what we got here is 13, 14, 11 records from input table 1, 3 records from table 2. Next is our append tool. Now let me do one thing. Okay, this is our user and this in our source. Let me delete. For now, let me create a copy and then I'll show you other example where these could also be used. Delete column. Yeah, delete rows. Now to this data, right? I want an additional column to be created with this value in it. So what I'll do is I'll join it here and no configuration required. I'll run it. Now I got an additional column created with same data but new column. This India got appended to all these records. So what I'll do now is yes. Kishore, what do you think will happen now? If I try to run it again, how many records will I get?
I'll be actually will be getting like 22 records first with India and
Exactly.
then with USA.
Exactly. 22 records. If you observe, these two records till this point are same to same. Only change it. One is in US, one is in India. Same to same. Same to same. One is in India, one is in US. Are we clear till this point? Are we clear, guys?
SK, I have a small doubt. So we did the separation text to column, right? In the text to
Yep.
column filter, we did it we separated based on columns, right? Can we
Yep.
do it for rows too in terms of rows? Because
Mm-hmm.
in a particular column, we are having characters which are separated by delimiters. I
Uh,
wanted to be separated. I wanted them to be separated based on the delimiter for each and every row. Uh,
mm-hmm. Didn't get
so
it. Can you give me an example here? So you want this to be separated to multiple rows?
yeah, multiple rows.
Yeah, we
We
can
have
do that.
yep, that's what.
ID, split to rows.
Okay, got
Delimiter
it.
is order ID, control R.
Got it. Yeah. Cool.
Everything except the str same.
Got it. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay. Now we are done with this, and next is comment tool. So whatever we need, right, we can add the comments in here, and that would be shown as a tool in the above. This is very important for documentation. So for documentation, we have comment tool and annotation, annotation, and we have another container tool. What container does is tool container does is it keeps all the records, all the tools what we used in a single container, and we can rename it as required. And this is not required for micro certification, but I'm just letting you know because this is where, oh, 1 second. Hello, hello.
Yep.
Hello.
Is my alt screen visible?
Yes. No. Not it. Now it's visible.
Okay, alt screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay, chalo then. Oh, now, अरे यार. In this tool container, we can rename it. We can change the background color, border color, and if we can also disable it or enable it. Disable it in the sense if when we run the workflow and if there are some other tools embedded in it like this, the workflow will run successfully, but it won't run this component. This disable to whatever tools we have in this workflow, right? It won't run it. And there will be a question in your micro certification where you will be asked like, can we insert a image inside our Alteryx? So yes, we can do that using text tool. Sorry, not text tool, comment tool. Yeah, comment. I'm just forget the name of this tool and comment. Yes, it is comment. Yes, comment tool. We can add an image to our Alteryx using comment tool. So we can add it from here, background image, can browse for the image and then we can add it as required. There it is. Run it, we'll see the output. This image can be added anywhere inside our Alteryx. As simple as that. Any doubts till this point?
No.
Okay. Now, Kishore, I want you to help me out with the certification here. So
Uh,
we can start writing this certification. It will hardly take 20-25 minutes. So yeah,
Sure, yes, yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
let me stop sharing my screen now. So just to be clear, I covered all the concepts at very high level and at a very, I think I covered it in a very fast pace so that we could complete our challenge for today. So Arun, Arun or Prem, can you stop recording? If you are available, guys, can you stop recording?
Yeah,
Can you
just give me a second.
yeah, Prem, can you stop recording?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Just
Okay.
it's a glitch.
Meanwhile, Kishore, you can start your exam now. You did register, right? Kishore?
I'm trying to register.